Hi everybody, I am the girl anachronism, Jane of all trades, and welcome to my channel. So what is this channel? What is this about? Who am I even? That's what I'm going to explain to you guys today. My name is B. Mary. I am a costumer by trade. I went to school for costume design and construction at Mason Gross School of the Arts. That is Rutgers Art Conservatory. And Rutgers is the State University of New Jersey, for those of you who don't know about it. And through that program, I was taught how to construct and design costumes. I also learned construction, I learned some carpentry. I learned some set design. I even did drafting for a few years. I wasn't very good at it though. It's very difficult. And I did it all by hand. It was hand drafting. So those of you who understand hand drafting know how difficult it is. I also dabbled a little in lighting. I took some lighting classes and I made some props. So I have a whole bunch of that knowledge and understanding through school and through work. I worked at, before I go to work, when I was at Rutgers, I had gone to London for 3 months my last year. It was part of the program. And the education program at the Shakespeare Globe Theater had us there, and we learned original practice with some designers who are award winners, such as Jenny Tiramani. She won a Tony for, I believe it was Midsummer Night's Dream. Don't quote me on that, but she is an amazing, phenomenal woman, very knowledgeable, and I consider her my mentor. And she does beautiful work. So if you guys go check her out, seriously, she's amazing. So work-wise, after college, I ended up working at the Shakespeare Theater of New Jersey, and I was there for a few seasons. I ended up doing costume shop work. I was a stitcher, and I constructed and fixed a lot of stuff. That was super fun. And then through there, I gained some experience doing wardrobe, which is specifically helping with the clothing during the show. And I can get into the specifics later, but for the most part, it's quick changes, making sure all the costumes are there, that the performers don't bring it home, whether it's accidental or on purpose. Making sure every piece is there, that it's all set properly. Helping the performers put on clothes sometimes too, especially if it's a period piece. Those are very, very hard to put on, very intricate, lots of layers. So we're there to help them out. So I did that at the Shakespeare Theater for a while with my really good friend Nina. And after that, I ended up working for a few seasons at the Metropolitan Opera. That was amazing. I worked in so many different sections. I never worked with any of the principals, but that's okay because I got to meet so many people and do so many things with that job. It was so much fun. Commute was a bummer, but aside from that, it was super, super fun. So, I'm sliding. Slidey slide. If you guys saw how I was sitting, you'd be laughing right now. Not even mad. So, aside from that, I've also professionally face painted. I've also done tailoring jobs on the side on my own with my mom when she had a business. I learned all of my costuming and sewing from my mother mostly. I watched her when I was a kid. She used to make all of our costumes. She's self-taught. She's an amazing woman. Loving mom. Love her to death. I also have some family members that are very artistic. Pretty much everyone in my family plays an instrument. My father, he plays a mandolin. He also used to be a professional ballet dancer, so I also have some of that dancing under my belt. Like I said, Jane of all trades of art, you know? I also have an aunt who was reached out to by Billy Collins, a very well-known poet, who wanted to do a children's book, and she ended up illustrating that. It's called Voyage, if you want to check it out. Right here. It's a beautiful book. It's wonderful. The child on the front page is the likeness of my cousin Timmy, which I love. As you can see, I've got a lot of artistic creativity in my family, in my life. So, you know, through that, I've been able to have experiences learning different things, but also I've had the want and need to expand my education because of seeing all these different amazing things. So, you know, there's my background. Now for what's actually going to happen on the channel. Aside from really fun stories about my crazy life, what I want to do on this channel is teach the everyday person how to do things that are fun, but not so time consuming and not gonna, you know, put a hole in your pocket. If you're artistic in any way, if you have the ability to hold a needle in your hand and you can buy the supplies for a very, very small amount of money, or you even have it because your grandma had it, you know, like grandma's like, hey, I don't want this, here, you take it. You know, like, how many people have had that happen? Yeah, So, you know, with all of this stuff we've accumulated, our pack rat, you know, necessity, because it's like, oh my gosh, I can use that for something later on. Oh, what if I'm gonna need this? Oh, one time I needed that. And, you know, like, that's just the life of an artist. Instead of just letting it sit in your house and do nothing with it, hey, use that time that you're bored. Take something, make something wonderful out of it. You know, even if it's like, you know, for example, one of the things that bugs me the most is the fact that most people say to me, oh my gosh, you can sew? Can you teach me? And I'm like, hell yeah, I'll teach you, but for the most part, there's never time. There's never, you know, conflicting schedules and time and everything. So why not create a channel so that people can go to it when they can and look and see how to do something as simple as hand stitching. You know, I'm going to teach you guys how to hand stitch. I'm going to teach you how to fix things that are in need of fixing that you can easily fix yourself if you have the ability. And most of you do. I mean, for the most part, it's just fear or lack of understanding that's stopping you from doing it. How many channels actually show you how to thread a machine? I don't know any that have. And to be honest, it's not nearly as easy as it seems. They do their own stupid proof, like whatever directions, but even for a visual person who understands how to do it, sometimes I get really confused, especially because it's just a lot of lines. So lines that are like go like this and do this and this is that, and it's like, oh, is that for winding a bobbin or is that for, you know, normal like sewing? And if you don't do it right, you're gonna get it's not gonna work, and then if it's not working, you're gonna get frustrated and you're gonna quit. I don't want that to happen. I want to help you guys learn how to do these things and do them well, and not take someone. I'm not going to be that unrealistic person too, where it's like, okay guys, we're going to make a shirt today. So we're making a shirt and we're going to do this, and I already threaded my things and it's already situated and la 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 la, bing, done. Nuh-uh. Nope, that's not me. For me, it's more like, hey, we're gonna make a blanket. All right, guys? So here's the start. Here's what I've got. Here's what we're doing. This is what we're working with. And as I go on, I'm going to show you my progress. I'm going to show you where I messed up. I'm going to show you all these things so that you can troubleshoot your own issues and figure out how to fix it. Because no one really shows you, like, if you make a mistake, how do you fix it? No one cares about that. They just think that you're going to figure it out. But that's not fair for the viewer. So I want to do something that'll help you guys so you can be crafty and successful and happy. Because no one's got the time, especially if you got like 5 kids and a dog. Like, come on. Like, seriously. Or even if you're just in school and you've got a bunch of jobs or whatever, you know, there are so many people with so many circumstances that are causing them to not do the things that they want to do. And I want to fix that. I want to help you guys because I care. And I want to share my knowledge because I can't stand the fact that people don't even know how to sew a button. Like, I'm going to show you guys how to sew a button. You know, I've got a Selchie hat that I love to death. And it just won't stay in my head and it's driving me up the wall. How many times has that happened to you where your hat just stretches out and you're like, how can I fix this? What can I do to fix this? And you think you fix it, but then you don't. You're like, oh, bobby pins. Like, no, who wants to put bobby pins in their hair for a hat so they can look cute? Come on now. Like, that's so much more high maintenance than my life is worth. So I'm going to show you guys how to do easy, simple things. Like even fixing a hem, you know? Don't glue hems. Just like 100% do not glue anything. Unless it's meant to be glued. Because, for real, the stories I've heard of people gluing their prom dresses so that it can be hemmed, like, horrifying. Absolutely horrifying. Seriously, guys, don't do that. Like, I get that you don't have the money. I get that you're panicked and you don't have the time. But for real, you can do it. It's so much easier than you think. It's a little time consuming, but you are capable. And I want to show you how capable you are. Don't let your fear get in the way of your ability to do what you need to do. Because to be perfectly honest, you're going to ruin your garment more if you glue it than if you sew it. Not going to lie. So anyway, you know, aside from stuff like that, you know, it's not just going to be sewing. It's not just going to be seamstress or costume oriented because I am the Jane of all trades. You know, I'll probably show you how I dyed my hair. I've been dyeing my hair for about a decade. And this is the first time my natural hair color has been growing out. I'm actually waiting for it to grow a little more before I maybe do something with it, but I definitely want to do it again. But like, you know, how many times have you watched a professional do a tutorial and you're like, oh my gosh, that's so easy, I could totally do it. And then you try and do it and you're like, no, I can't do this. What am I doing? I'm screwing up my hair and like it doesn't come out the way you want. That's because a lot of times people don't realize like you're not the professional. They've been practicing this forever. Like, it's okay that you messed up. It's okay that it's not perfect because you don't do this for your job. You don't have the training. I would rather show you the messy, ridiculous way I do my hair. My hands used to be purple or like blue. One time I told someone like I think they were like bright orange or like green. And someone was like, oh, what happened? They're like, you must be an artist. I was like, yeah, I strangled a Smurf. So like, you know, like, oh my God. So, you know, like, fun things like that. We're gonna just do fun things for the everyday person because not enough people realize that, you know, you could do a DIY forever. You could try your stuff out, but like for real, most of these DIYs are super expensive to buy the products and they're super time consuming. And the majority of the time, the people who made them had done so many takes or made them so many times that they finally got it perfect. Like, it's just not realistic. I'm gonna show you my imperfections. I'm gonna show you that I'm not perfect. Because in the end, until you're happy with the result, it's never gonna be like, artists just never find perfection. Like, we're always trying to, we're just so insecure with our art, you know? But anyway, so yeah, and I've got a lot of fun stories about my life. A lot of odd jobs that I've done that I'm gonna tell y'all about. As we're doing these crafts, so it's gonna be a fun time. We're not gonna just make this a boring, how to sew or how to make gloves or how to dye your hair. It's gonna be fun. I plan on making this a fun, an interesting, entertaining way to fix things that are needed to be fixed. So yeah. Thank you for watching, and I appreciate your time, and I hope to see you again soon. And if you're still watching, how old do you think I am? This is a super fun game I love to play because no one can ever get my age right. So, what do you think? Comment below. And honestly, any age you choose, I'm gonna love it regardless. If you choose my age, if you don't choose my age, I don't really care because honestly, age is not in a number, it's in a personality. But for the most part, I just think it's hilarious what people think anyway. So, I want to, whoever wins, I don't know, I'll do something for them. I'll figure it out, but whoever wins gets a cookie. Anyway, thank you again for watching, and I hope you gypsies stay healthy and well, and don't hurt yourselves. See you next time. Ooh, I stick my tongue out at you.